It's me, April Kamaya, and you have reached my review for Put a Ring on It, Season 2, Episode 6, Game Changers. You guys, I just finished the episode and I am, smile is off. I am highly upset about what I just found out. But we're going to get to the review, but I can't wait to the end because I am pissed off, okay? So we gonna get to what's going to happen next week. But what the fuck? Oh my God. Okay. So we're going to get into it. Okay, so we left off where Nicole was saying that she wanted Alexia to go on a date with Darion, and Alexia was not having it. She was like, no, I'm not going on a date with him. So instead, she's going to meet up with Dr. Cole to have a conversation. Okay, so we see Jessica go on her second date with Sean. Sean comes in, Jessica's date comes into the house, and Eric starts asking him what's his intentions. The guy says, he's all about good vibes, good energy, so if it goes that far, then it'll go that far. So they go on their date. Then we get to LaRonda and Sean. And before they go on their date, they're going to have to sit down and have a conversation. So they sit down and have a conversation, and LaRonda expresses how they have communication issues, which is kind of like a thing in most relationships, you guys, is communication. Like, we literally hear this on every show and every couple. Communication, right? Okay. So they begin to talk, and they give an example, or Sean gives an example of why he thinks that she needs to be more forthcoming with information. And so he says, she just came back from Morocco, but when she was in Morocco, she was in a hotel room, and when she FaceTimed, she FaceTimed around the room, and it was two dudes in the room. Now, you guys, I'm not going to jump to conclusions and say that she was doing something other than business, because that's where she was going to Morocco for business, right? Because she's in sales. But that seems a little weird, right? Because let's just flip it. If he was going on a business trip and he FaceTimed you and he went around the room and there was two females in the room, what would you think? Regardless if they sitting around chilling, clothes on, it doesn't matter the scenario of the situation. You're in the room with two other women. You would have a problem, LaRonda. So I'm looking at you a little weird. I was already looking at you a little weird because it's something about you and Sean's relationship that just doesn't sit well with me. But now that I see that, I'm like, yeah, Sean has a reason to be kind of leery with you, because that would be weird. I'm not gonna even lie. You tell me as a friend, I'm gonna be like, dude, like that would be weird to me. So yeah, I understand why Sean crazy, but I understand why he has red flags, okay, with you. So anyway, so she starts to begin and says that she's spontaneous. She doesn't like to plan with her friends. So if she likes to go out, she just go out. And Sean again is like, I just want you to give me information, more information. And she says that but the problem with Sean is, she says when she gives information, he's never satisfied with the information. So if I say I'm going to dinner and he thinks that I'm not going to dinner, then he's not satisfied. I'm lying. And so she doesn't like the fact that if it's made up in his mind that she's doing something, then she's a liar. So that's where the communication comes different in their relationship. But yeah, I definitely understand what Sean is saying. Yeah, you're not going to be up in a hotel room with the opposite sex. And I don't really know anything about it. Like, that's kind of weird. But anyway, so we switch over to Alexia, and she's with her second date, which is the date before. I forgot his name. I don't think I wrote it down. Where she was on the court. They was on the basketball court and they had dinner. That guy. So basically she had good vibes with him. So that's why she chose to go on the second date. They switched to Jessica and her date, and they actually go hiking. Jessica is very fit, so this is like right up her alley. They have a good conversation. But to me, I feel like her date was saying like all the right things, generic things. What was he saying? He was saying superficial stuff. He was saying he likes her already. He feels something for her. When you know, you know. Like, I mean, this is all stuff that guys say in general. Like, I've heard this from, a couple guys. So, I mean, but that doesn't move me. Like, those things, when I hear it, it doesn't move me. I'm sorry, even if a guy means well by it, it doesn't move me because guys say that. Those are very generic lines. So, but Jessica was eating it up. So I was like, I'm kind of weirded out by it because he seemed like he kind of likes her too much. I feel like he knows that Jessica is like in his mind, a dime, and he's trying to scoop it up. So he's just laying out all kind of stuff, and it ain't working with me, but it's working with Jessica. So now we go back to Sean. He's going out on a date with his first date. Her name is Tyree. I think it's Tyree. I think it's Tyree. She's very beautiful, fit. They're in a yoga class or yoga center, so that's where their first date is. Then they switch to LaRonda's date. They do a lot of switching. I hate when they do a lot of switching because my notes is like, but they do a lot of switching. So they switch to LaRonda, her first date, which is like this buff guy, older man, gentleman, nice beard, looks good for his age. Again, I don't know, but I'm thinking he's in his 40s. And let's see, LaRonda's date is also in sales, so she connected with him on that. They I think are doing a lot of better matches. Like last season, I feel like they were just throwing out people, but I feel like this season they're purposely like kind of setting them up with people that are like they feel like are good matches. Because for the most part, like every person they bring like to the table, like they have good conversation, and that's kind of hard. Like when you meeting somebody and going on a first date, like a lot of times conversation doesn't flow. It's very awkward, but a lot of these dates it's kind of been kind of flowing. So I don't know if that was intended, but whoever doing the matchmaking this season is pretty good. Let's see. So we head over to Alexia because Alexia needs to talk to Dr. Nicole because according to her, Darion always overtalks her, so she needs to have her voice. So she needs to talk to Dr. Nicole by herself. So they kind of discover that she has lost her voice. It's been 14 years in a relationship. She's lost her voice in a relationship. She blames herself, she says, for the certain things that has happened, which is the cheating, or she doesn't really call it cheating because they were broken up. So every time basically they were broken up, a baby became of it, which I kind of don't believe. I really don't believe they broke up. Okay, and then he had to have a relationship, a month or two, and then a baby, so that's 9 months. So y'all was not together for like 2-3 years each time, and y'all was together 14 years. No, there was some indiscretion while y'all was in a relationship. You're not gonna make me believe otherwise because of what I see with Alexia here. She don't say nothing, so no. She says part of the reason why she retired is, I guess, to try to fix their relationship. She was a professional basketball player, so I guess what comes with that is traveling, right? We hear it from the guy's side. Probably from the girl's side, the woman's side, she was probably out traveling and he probably wasn't getting what he needed. So they didn't say all that, but that was pretty much what they were saying. She feels like she wasn't giving him what he needed, and that's why she blamed herself. I don't agree with the whole retiring for him, like for anybody. Like, no, I don't think that's right at all. To me, she acts like she's scared of Darion. I said that in the other video when she was going out on the first date with another guy, and she has sat down and she was kind of looking up at when they had to go on a date and see each other, and she was looking up at Darion like, you know, like she was scared of him. Go back to that video where she was looking like, you know, like it's a TV show, but it still seemed like she was scared of that nigga. Like she was scared. Like he really do hold the pants in that relationship. Like you better not do nothing I don't disagree that I don't like. That's what it looked like. And in this conversation, saying that she don't have no voice, I definitely see it. Let's see. So we go to Eric's date. It's a first date. A lady named Leilani. She has an accent. Later on, we find out that she says she's from Panama. Okay. They play a little bit volleyball. I can't play volleyball at all. It hurts my wrist all the time I try. I know they say you're supposed to hit it a certain place right here, but I do it and it still hurts. So I can't play with volleyball. But it looked like they was getting it back and forth, so they was good at it. Not me. Eric mentions again about leading the conversation, and he doesn't have to lead the conversation. You know, not having to force it, which is like kind of like a dig at Jessica. You know, the conversation just flows. Yeah, I mean, you know, when you first meet somebody, it could be like that. You know, he's entitled to have his opinion. So we later on see Darion ends up convincing Alexia to go on a date with him. So we see them go on a date. They start to have a conversation about the condo and how it's a big problem. She feels like it's a problem because you always escape into it, whether it's I'm tired of us and I want to get away, or I have studio sessions. It's a problem. And Darion doesn't think so. Darion does talk about certain guys in her life that seems to have feelings for her that he feels like just lingering around waiting for him to be gone so they can swoop in. So they both have trust issues. Alexia, you not off the hook. That ain't cool. Obviously you're doing something with, or not doing something, but something's going on where you having inappropriate conversations. Nobody should not be sending you heart emojis when you in a relationship. Like, no. So you doing something too, which I completely understand because you're doing, I mean, you've gone through a lot with Darion, so I can understand what's going on. But like I said, both of y'all are having trust issues. And so basically they make a compromise for him to get a condo. I mean, to get rid of the condo. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I thought that the compromise was you get rid of the condo and I'll get rid of the friend. I thought I heard that. I didn't rewind it. I'm sorry I didn't go back on the conversation, but that's what I thought it was, a compromise, because later on they just said they got rid of the condo, but there was no discussion of if she got rid of the friend. So I was confused. Like, I thought I heard it was a compromise, not that he was just going to get rid of the condo. So I was kind of confused, but either way, he's going to get rid of the condo, which is good because that's never a good thing for a guy to have another place to stay. Do you have another place to stay? Because that would have been my thing. You had a condo, I would have a condo. Like, what? Whatever you could do, I could do. Like, that's it. That's simple. That's it. That's how it goes. You had a condo, I would have had a condo by now. It wouldn't have been no discussion. The discussion would have been, okay, well, I'm going over to my condo. Let's see. So we go back to the circle with Dr. Nicole to talk about the dates. This part pisses me off because it pissed me off because Alexia and Darion, they start talking about, you know, all the adjustments they made in their relationship, how pretty much everything is so much better. You know, he's listening, and I'm just sitting here like, huh? Like, what are you talking about? Like, just the last segment, we were just talking about how y'all was just not getting along. Y'all had the conversation in the dinner, you know, I guess, you know, y'all got back together. I mean, it was just confusing. I was just like, what? Huh? So they're good now. Jessica was looking at me like, okay, that's good that y'all saying all the right things and things have changed in a week, but I'm not buying it, and I'm not buying what they're selling. Um, they got some poom poom. He got poom poom, and she got some D, and now all of a sudden they happy. It's obvious that they've been intimate with each other, and now everything's okay. Like, get the fuck out of here. That was just so stupid. I just don't like fake stuff. Um, so they asked about Darion. Does Darion want to go on a fifth date with Kai? The thick mouth, the thick tongue girl. She got a thick tongue. And he says no, he doesn't. Dr. Nicole wants them to have a meetup to discuss the sudden change and why he doesn't want to see her no more. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, when they start doing this? Like, I know last year it's been at least that one, I can't remember, they was at least 3 or 4 days. And it was cut off, and they didn't have to have no meetup to discuss. Well, I don't remember. Maybe they did. Maybe they did. I'm kind of getting the conversation like maybe somebody did, but still, I was like, really, y'all just trying to have an explosive, whatever. Like, no, fucking meet up to discuss the change. Like, no, I don't want you. Bye. They be doing stupid stuff. Like, ugh. Anyway. So they get into this whole situation with Eric and Jessica and how, he wants to know everything and everything. He wants to ask questions, her date, what did you do? He wants to know all the details, and he don't see nothing wrong with it. He like, if you're not doing nothing, then you should be able to answer any question that your man is asking you. That's his feeling, which, okay, are you answering all the questions that she's asking? In a relationship? I doubt it. Jessica likes her date. She can communicate with him, and she likes her. Anyway, Dr. Nicole says he doesn't have that it doesn't have to be an interrogation. Like, you can ask questions, but you ain't got to interrogate somebody. Like, they not gonna give you information if you act like that. He realizes that he might have some trust issues when it comes to like asking questions. He said he didn't know that was like a thing that might be associated with trust issues. And it's like, yeah, if you asking questions like that, to that point where it's like interrogation, yeah, you might want to take a step back. So Eric chooses to go on the second date. Of course, he likes what he sees. He likes the Panama girl. Okay. Which is interesting. He keeps wanting substance from Jessica, but all his dates, I'm not really getting anything but substance. Like, I'm getting little conversation, but he's acting like he's getting so much depth with these dates. The Panama girl, she didn't get, what did she give you? And you want to go on a date with her, but all I could see was you was worried about, looking at how she looked or whatever. But she didn't give me substance like that. Like, what? I don't understand what you. Anyway, Jessica chooses to go on a second date with the guy. She doing too much. I'm with Eric. She's doing that to get back at Eric. Eric. You don't like that dude. That dude is pressing real hard. You just like someone saying that they like you. That's it. You don't like that dude, and you doing too much, Jessica. LaRonda chooses to go on a second date with her date. She wants to get to know him more. She mentioned they were short on time, so they probably had maybe 30 minutes to an hour to kind of chit chat, record the scene. So she wants to, kind of get to know him more. So Sean doesn't want to go on a second date with Lorraine because he's afraid of what might happen, basically. So right when I was thinking that, Dr. Nicole was like, you keep doing that with all your dates. Like, you keep pretty much running from the situation. It's like, what are you running from? Okay, that's your girl. I understand that. So go on a date. You know what I'm saying? Like, have a normal conversation. Like, I'm kind of confused as why Sean just keep thinking, like, okay, you have chemistry with a person, but that don't mean you have to act on everything. You know what I'm saying? And it brings me back to her saying every other relationship that he's had, that he's cheated on it on the girl. So now I'm like, oh, okay, now I'm getting it. He has itchy fingers, and and when he vibes with somebody, he can't hold back his itchy fingers. So he has to remove himself from the situation. So let him remove himself from the situation, because he has itchy fingers. For real, that's why he can't go on these dates, because once he gets into a situation where he's vibing with somebody, that's when he cheats. So now I'm getting it. That's a thing in his mind, and that's what I'm saying when he's saying insecure. He knows what he's going to do, so he puts it on LaRonda. LaRonda can't go on a date and just have a conversation, because I'm not going to do that. When I have a conversation and I'm vibing with somebody, I'm going to do something. It's called insecurity, Sean. I see it. But yeah, so let's get to next week. Let's get to next week. So that was the end of the episode. Did y'all watch what's gonna happen on next episode? Did y'all see what Kai dropped? Now I got mad when it happened, because I was like, what? Like, what the? I was really mad, right? I've calmed down, because then I thought, why did they show that to us a week before next week? Like, that's some good tea you will hold, right, for next episode. To me, I feel like, why would a what you call a network drop that tea? And so I was thinking, maybe she said that, and then the next breath she was like, never, just playing or something. Maybe she just said it, but it didn't really happen. So I'm gonna hold what I got to say. No, for real, I'm gonna hold what I got to say, because I had a whole lot to say when I seen that clip, because I am pissed if he done slept with Kai. Like, I'm pissed, because just like 2 seconds ago, Alexia was happy because, he's good, he's doing better, just like I said. And then to find out he done slept with Kai. So I'm gonna hold it. Maybe this is a trick, because I'm just not thinking they just spilled that hot tea on us like that, and we have to wait a week. So I'm thinking that might be trick. Maybe she just playing with us. Maybe she just playing with him. Like, nah, it's like, I'm just saying, well, if you slept, So I'm gonna hold it. Because I was pissed, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I can't believe it. I'm telling y'all, if Darion slept, I can't wait to the reunion. I can't wait. But anyway, that was my review. Back to happy April, because, these relationship shows, ooh, they drive me crazy sometimes. And Darion is just you know what? I'm gonna hold it. Because maybe this is a trick. Okay. So that was my review for Put a Ring on It. Go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you on the next episode, you guys. Ooh, come back for the next episode, because we got to find out. We got to find out if Kai really did sleep. We really got to find out. Like, ooh, I'm about to be really pissed. Like, I'm not playing. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys later, and I will see you guys on the next episode. All right, bye.